I am the former president of the Ansell Lanka Union. It has been 8 years since we were sacked from Ansell. Because of this, we have been suffering on the road for 8 years. We have not found a solution to this problem yet. Therefore, we have now taken up this issue to international attention. We have a lot of support internationally. We call on our dear brothers and sisters in this country, those comrades overseas, and all trade unions to intervene in our struggle to seek justice for us as soon as possible.
Stop union bust in Ansell, Lanka.
We are TGCW. Lanka सेवक सटलुट जय वेवा. Ansell Lanka सेवक सटलुट जय वेवा. Ansell Lanka सेवक सटलुट जय वेवा.
For about 8 years, 11 union leaders of Ansell Lanka have been dismissed, and so far the company had not taken any action to retake them, and we, the unions of our country, the teachers union as well as the trade union center, we vehemently condemn this act, and we emphasize the rulers of the company to take them back.
As union leaders, we urge the political authorities in this country to remain silent when such companies are blatantly violating the rights of their workers, especially as a trade union representing in the postal department. We are sending the message to the government of this country that the Minister of Labor, the Prime Minister and the President should act immediately to bring justice to these workers.
As a public service union, we are constantly on the lookout for this unresolved issue. In fact, we strongly condemn this dismissal. We urge the management of Ansell Lanka to reinstate them as soon as possible.
If this is done with the intention of taking revenge on these 11 union leaders, we would like to inform the Ansell administration that we, as the public sector, semi, state and private sector trade unions, we will intervene.
It has been 8 years since Ansell Lanka went hunting these trade unionists. We demand the government to immediately recall these 11 trade union leaders. Instead of covering up these bosses, we ask the government to intervene to immediately recruit sacked workers and trade union leaders. As a trade union, we in the United Teachers Service Union unconditionally support Ansell workers. This is a repression of these trade union leaders. So, despite the various protests, the company has not listened. There is even an international campaign in this regard. These bosses have not paid attention to this. So this is a serious issue. The reason for this is that the government is advocating for such employers who are implementing these union-busting practices. Also, I know that governments work for the companies in the export zones but not for the workers. We know that there are various agreements with international labor organizations. What we see from those deals is that they also follow a silent policy in suppressing genuine trade union leaders. Therefore, we strongly oppose the silent policy of this government. We also fully support the struggle of Ansell Lanka workers.